Hello, good evening. I am Rashi Sandeep Chudibal. Today's date is 39/2021. Our today's video topic is encapsulation. So, in today's video, we are going to see what is encapsulation in Java, advantages of encapsulation, and their different things we will see. So, we are going to start with our today's topic. Encapsulation in Java is a process of wrapping a code and data together into a single unit. For example, we can see or we can take an one live example, that is capsule, which is mixed of a several medicines and it is wrapped. Okay, so we can create a fully encapsulated class in Java by making all the data members of a class private. Now we can use setter and getter methods to set and get the data in it also. Okay, so the Java Bean class is the example of fully encapsulated class. Now we will see advantages of encapsulation in Java. By providing only a setter or a getter method, you can make the class read only or write only. Okay, in other words, you can skip the getter or the setter methods also. Next advantages is it provides you the control over the data. Suppose you want to set the value of id which should be greater than the 100 only, and you can write the logic inside the setter method, and you can write the logic not to store the negative numbers in the setter methods. Okay, next advantages, it is the way to achieve data hiding in Java because other class will not be able to access through or will not be able access the data through the private data members. Next point, that is the encapsulate Java class is easy to test, so it is better for unit testing also. Next point, that is the standard IDEs are providing the facility to generate the getters and the setters. So it is easy and fast to create an encapsulated class in Java. Now we will take one simple example of encapsulation. In that, let us see an example of encapsulation that have or that has only one field with its setter and getter methods. We will take student class. Okay, in student class we have given a private string name. In next, public string get name method, in that return name, and setter method for name means we will create one setter method public void set name, in brackets string name, and in parenthesis this dot name equals to name. Next class we will create a test class. In that main method we will create instance of the encapsulated classes, that is student s equals to new student. In that we are going to set the value s dot set name, in brackets double quotes vj. Now getting the values by the using the get name. So in sysout we will going to print s dot get name method, so it will give and output Vijay. Now we will take another example of okay, we will not take another example, we will go with the next point, that is encapsulation is one of the fourth fundamental of oops concept. The other three are inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Now we are going to see how is encapsulation done in Java. Encapsulation is implemented in Java using interfaces, classes, access modifiers, setters, and getters. Next, that is a class or an interface encapsulates essential features of an object. And the next point, that is access modifiers, means private, public, and protected, restrict access to the data at different levels. Setters and getters prevent data from misuse or unwanted changes from other objects. Now we are going to see why is encapsulation. It is because encapsulation has number of advantages that increases the reusability. I repeat, it is because encapsulation has a number of advantages that increase the reusability, flexibility and maintainability of the code. Means flexibility means it is more flexible and easy to change the encapsulated code with new requirements. And reusability means encapsulated code can be reused throughout the application or across multiple applications. I repeat, encapsulated code can reuse throughout the application or across multiple applications. Maintainability. Application code is encapsulated in separate units. Classes, interface, method setters, getters, or etc. So it is easy to change or update a part of the application without affecting other parts, which reduce the time of maintenance. What would happen if we do not use encapsulation? If we do not use encapsulation in program, fields will not be private and could be accessed by anyone from outside the class. I repeat, if we do not use encapsulation in a program, fields not will be private and could not be accessed by anyone from outside the class. Now we are going to see benefits of encapsulations. So the fields of a class can be made read only or write only. Security. The main advantage of encapsulation is the security of our data that comes with it, since it can now no longer be directly accessed from outside the class. Now next, that is control. Control encapsulation gives the developer total control over what is stored in the member variables. Second, control, I repeat, encapsulation gives the developer total control over what is stored in the member variables. Next, that is flexibility. Good design approaches such as encapsulation make your code flexible, which in turn makes the code easier to change and maintain. Now, next advantages are the main advantages of using encapsulation is the security of the data. Benefits of encapsulation includes encapsulation protects an object from unwanted access by clients. Encapsulation allows access to the level without re, revealing the complex details below that level. It reduces human resources also. Simplifies the maintenance of the application. Makes the application easier to understand. Simplifies the maintenance of the application. And the next point, last, that makes the applications easier to understand. The encapsulate class is easy to test, so it is better for unit testing also. Next, disadvantages are um, disadvantages, what we can say as uh, disadvantages are the main disadvantages of encapsulation in Java. It is it in, is it increase the length of the code and slows shutdown execution. The main disadvantages of encapsulation in Java is it increase in the length of the code and slows shutdown executions. Now we will see what we have seen. We will recap that encapsulation in Java is the mechanism wrapping the data and the code together as a single unit. Encapsulation, the variables of a class will be hidden from another class and can be accessed only through the methods of their current classes. Therefore, it is known as data hiding. To achieve encapsulation in Java, declare the variable of a class as a private, and provide public setter and getter methods to modify and view the variables values. We can say as the getter and the setter methods provide read only or write only access to our field, to our class fields. So thank you.